Hey guys, so I am here at the RV center to buy one. My next business venture is going to be renting out an RV for short-term rentals, and I have a special guest here who is going to help me through the whole entire business process to start it. We met on a signing agent thing. I was doing their refinance. They're right there. Okay, so here they are, stand together. How did we meet?
We had a closing last week we were refinancing our house because rates are so good. And Jasmine was our mobile notary, and she came to the house, and
Best notary ever.
Yeah, we just started chatting. So, do you like being a mobile notary? What else do you do? Blah blah blah, and that led all the way around to what we do. We do real estate, we do RV rentals, we do a bunch of different things. And so Jasmine said that that was something she was interested in doing. I said, we like looking at RVs no matter what, whether we're in the market or not. So if you're interested and you're in the market, let us help you look at one, because we've been doing this for a few years. So here we are.
And you make good money.
We do make good money.
So I thought it'd be better to do a voiceover while you guys looked at some of the models that we went and looked at together. So I decided to do this business because Andrew had brung up how well he does with his, and I always thought I wanted to buy a tiny home on wheels to rent out. So they took me shopping for RVs. The one that you're seeing now are Class C. I'm really interested in getting the Class C because it's smaller, it's less money, and it kind of drives like a van as opposed to the big RVs that are kind of like buses. And those are way out of my price range as well, but these are still expensive.
Here's the price of this.
Now, if you look at it from an investment perspective, you're looking for ROI. So if you put 10% down off of 140, 30% off of that, about 100,000. So if you put 10% down, you can finance it for 15 to 20 years, depending on what bank terms you get. But a lot of banks will finance 15 to 20 years. I haven't done the payment on that, but you figure 10% down, so 10 grand out of pocket, and then you're renting for $265. In this area, you can probably get a little more because it sleeps 6. When you're renting them, it's kind of like an Airbnb. The more people you can sleep, the more you can charge. And the fact that you can sleep 10 in here, 2, you got 2 in the bunks, 2 in the bedroom, 2 on the couch, and 2 on this dinette that converts. You're sleeping 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's a lot of beds. So that's why I think you can get close to top dollar. So you're going to rent it about 80% of the year, and that takes out the winter months. You know, that kind of stuff. It's not as popular then. So you're looking at 63, roughly. If it was booked solid, 80% of every month, you're looking at about $6,000 a month. 700. That's 700. Just the payment is $700 a month. Insurance is going to be another $300 a month ish. Even if you're only making $4 grand a month, for those, just do the math yourself. You're paying $700 a month for the note, for the bank loan, $300. So you figure $1,000 a month for insurance and the note.
$3,000 take home.
It's not bad.
You want to buy new so that more people will want to use it because they are depreciating because of the mileage. And that's what really gets me on this idea. I was so excited to go look at these. They're very good. I'm basically looking for a bunk house so that people can have their kids or friends sleep in separate beds, as well as 1 bedroom and maybe something above the driver's seat. That's what we originally wanted. I was super excited to see all of these models, but again, they were very expensive. And most of the used ones that were decent were flying off like hotcakes at all of these dealerships.
So, this is comparison. I'm 4'11". Step in. Oh no. Is this really going to be tall enough for tall? Oh, okay. It goes all the way up in there. But yeah, this is small. How do you feel like swimming in here?
Ours is bigger than this.
Oh.
So
Pretty small, but decent, you know, for a tiny home, you guys.
I went to quite a few dealerships and I found some that were where I wanted them to be, but the mileage on them were a little bit too much. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a few of these and let me know what you think down below for the ones that we have here.
So what we were talking about is depreciation. Take it away.
All right. Well, unlike, I know we mentioned before talking about Airbnb, rental, short-term rentals like that, when it's a house, real estate appreciates. Vehicles like this, vehicles like RVs and cars depreciate because it's just kind of consistently lose value every year. So you have to kind of take that into account when you're renting it out. You want to make sure when you're doing your market research, when you're doing your due diligence, you want to make sure that your rental income is going to outpace the value it's going to lose. Otherwise, you're just you're not gaining any headway. So you just have to be aware it's not one of those things where I can just jump in, rent it for 3 years, and sell it for what I bought it for. That's never going to work out.
Yeah. Do you recommend this business for me versus the house for right now?
Well, it's hard to say, but I do know that you could get into this business for a lot less than what you could get into for. I haven't looked at tiny homes, so I don't know what they cost.
Well, just regular homes.
But a regular home, yeah, it's going to cost you a lot more to get into. And when it comes to return on investment, just straight up ROI, we did the numbers earlier. So your return on investment is going to be higher, a lot higher. When I did the math for our second one, it was about 150% return on investment because we were $6,000 out of pocket. We're renting it for right now we're a little low at $209 per night. So the fact that our return is going to be about 150% as opposed to a regular rental house,
which is what, 10%, 15%?
For the good ones, yeah, between 10 and 15%.
150% ROI versus 15% on a good one. What's up? So I thought I should update you guys before I posted this video. So through my long journey of searching for RVs and putting my thought process together on what I wanted to do was rent out RVs on places like Airbnb, RV Share, and Living Tiny, something like that. Well, Living Tiny came a little bit later, so I thought I would explain my thought process so that maybe it could shed some light on my business model here. So I originally wanted to, also it's been like a few weeks now, I wanted to buy back in October. And I still want to do this whole renting out short-term rentals, but not for houses yet because I don't have, the taxes to provide for 2 years for a rental right now. I've been going back and forth with the idea of do I get a Class C, which is what is right here. And I'll show you guys what the inside looks like and what a picture on the outside looks like. Should I get that? It's about $30,000 for a mid-range that's been used, and then upwards and downwards in price and upwards in mileage for something that I could afford, and then upwards in price with no mileage. So Class C's can be really good in mid-range, but if I'm gonna have someone driving it, I was super scared about what about the mileage on it? What about if something breaks down? It is also still a depreciating asset because it is a car. Of course, it was going to hopefully come back to me with money to where it didn't matter if it depreciated because my ROI would have maxed out where I would have made my money back and then surplus. But it was still crazy with me to think that something could go wrong, and I still want to do RVs. What sets me apart from everyone else that are on these trading apps for renting out these RVs? I looked at the trailers online for the app that I want to use to sell and rent, and everyone pretty much has the same thing. I think it's just a luck of the draw in what you offer on that app for who gets picked, So I was like, I need something that's going to set me apart from everybody. And I have always been obsessed with the tiny house movement. So I am excited to say that I have found a tiny house website who have gotten me into contact with tiny house builders who are not too far away from me, who can do it for the budget that I want. And we had our first meeting last night. Okay, so we have the weight and we have the footage wise.
Yeah.
But we still want to stay under that 30,000 mark, 33 to lower. Not like cheapening your service or anything, just like is the question.
So I designed these like I'm gonna live in it. What would I be the happiest with if this was gonna be where I live? And obviously, like, it's not realistic with 6 kids and whatever. I'm just saying if it was little old me. I don't like it when people just put in like the really miniature everything. I want things to be full size, and so we always make sure we put in a full size kitchen sink with a regular faucet.
We are drawing up the plans for how much money it's going to be right now. We are shooting for under $33,000. Okay, so it is November 11th, my birthday. I got engaged today. Anyway, but that's not what this video is about. I just got the estimates for my payments for the tiny house. So I'll let you guys see that screen. And then they also sent me like swatches for what we want to do for the outside and for the flooring. So I'm about to choose those. Everybody on my Instagram chose a wood slab butcher's block with white cabinets. So if you guys want to follow my journey on my tiny house build and get a say of what goes in it, what looks best, because we're designing the interior, of course. So if you guys want to say on what I choose for the inside of the house, then follow me on Instagram so you can become a part of that. So everybody chose butcher block wood with white cabinets for the kitchen. So I'm going to choose that for the kitchen, and I think I'm liking this wood color for the floor. So, and it's going to also match the wood block that we get for the kitchen. My first payment is today, my birthday, $8,250. The last payment is projected to be on February 3rd, 2021. So I'm about to make my payment. So just an update for you guys. I'm going to take you guys along with me for the whole entire ride. Fingers crossed, I'm putting my foot down. If I'm filming this video, it's going to happen. So I'm really excited. Follow me on Instagram. Everybody on Instagram saw this first. They saw all the RVs I were looking at. So follow me up there if you guys want to keep up to date with me to day-to-day things, my signings, what I do, and you can talk to me on my DMs. And you can also email me if you guys want to do a notary. But it was so fun. I'm so excited. What do you guys think about my new business venture? Put down below your opinions. I'd love to hear it, even though I'm a little hard-headed. I'd still would love to hear your opinion on it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.